Present.
Trustee Griffith? Here. Trustee Boone?
Here.
Mayor Hobbs?
Present. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance. Deputy Mayor Daniels.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, of course, I would like to remind everyone, if you would like to address the board, please fill out the forms. Yeah, the mics are extra loud today. Please fill out the forms in the back and turn it in before we end our business portion. That way you can address your comments or concerns to the board. You have 3 minutes to ask a question or make a statement, and then afterwards we'll try to answer it to the best of our ability. Thank you.
Clerk wishes to report that Mayor Hobbs and Deputy Mayor Daniels have approved miscellaneous business licenses as reviewed. Justice Court monthly report submitted by Village Justice Brianna A. Vaughn. Report of the Village Justice for the month of February 2024. Total number of cases before the court, 4,366. Total monies remitted to Village Controller, $373,680.75. Copy of this report is on file in the Village Clerk's office and may be viewed by the public during office hours. Resolved that upon the recommendation of Jacqueline Zorsmrek, Deputy Village Attorney, the Board of Trustees hereby approves the settlement of tax certiorari matter with Binri Corp. for the property known as 42 Stowe Place, Hempstead, New York, in a total Hempstead, New York, in a total of $15,000 for the tax years 2016/17 through 2018/19.
Move. Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Jacqueline Zorsmrek, Deputy Village Attorney, the Board of Trustees hereby approves the settlement of tax certiorari matter with 42 Stowe Place, LLC, for the property known as 42 Stowe Place, Hempstead, New York, in a total of $40,000 for the tax years 2019/20 through 2023/24.
Move.
Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Keisha Marshall, Village Attorney, that the Mayor and Board of Trustees hereby approves for Cameron Engineering bid number 10 HEMV 2022/2023 8-inch diameter sanitary sewer rehabilitation proposal amendment for sewer system improvements on Main Street, CE 3226/CP 10559 A2RL.
Move.
Trustee Boone moved. Second. Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Keisha Marshall, Village Attorney, that the Mayor and Board of Trustees hereby approve the proposal of Mark Design Studios for the preparation of bid specifications for the demolition of 277-293 South Franklin Street, Hempstead, New York.
Move.
Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Abstain.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Motion passed. Resolved that upon the recommendation of Mayor Hobbs, the Board of Trustees hereby approves for the rescheduling of the regular Board of Trustees meeting on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. to Monday, April 1st, 2024, immediately after the Board of Trustees annual meeting, so as to not conflict with the presidential primary election.
Move.
Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Joe Gill, Village Treasurer, that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes pursuant to Section 5-508 of the Village Law that on Monday, April 8th, 2024, at 6:30 p.m., a public hearing shall be held at Village Hall, 99 James A. Garner Way, Hempstead, New York, 11550, on the tentative budget for the 2024/2025 fiscal year.
Move.
Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Whereas the village clerk desires to revoke the business license for business known as Fulton Ave Culinary Concepts LLC, doing business as Shake Bar and Grill, 774 Fulton Avenue, Hempstead, New York, 11550, pursuant to Section 86-5 of the Village of Hempstead Code. Whereas it has come to the village's attention that Fulton Ave Culinary Concepts LLC, doing business as Shake Bar and Grill, conducting business at 774 Fulton Avenue, Hempstead, New York, 11550, has engaged in activities that have been detrimental to the best interests of the village and the public. Several violations were issued at this location, such as being found to have illegal pre-mixed alcohol, as well as the location being observed to be extremely overcrowded, with an approximate of 640 persons to be inside the premise when its occupancy is of 147. The village clerk hereby schedules a public hearing to be held on the 16th day of April 2024 at 6:15 p.m. at the Hempstead Village Hall, 99 James A. Garner Way, Hempstead, New York, to consider revoking the business license to Fulton Ave Culinary Concepts LLC, doing business as Shake Bar and Grill by the Incorporated Village of Hempstead.
Move.
Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Patricia Perez, Village Clerk, the Board of Trustees hereby approves for Our Lady of Loretto, 104 Grant Street, Hempstead, New York, 11550, to hold a Good Friday procession, Friday, March 29, 2024, from 12 noon to 3 p.m., with a total cost of $250. The procession will leave the church parking lot and proceed onto Henry Street, along Thorne Avenue, onto William Street, Gladys Avenue, back to Henry Street, to church parking lot. Said permission is contingent upon compliance with the rules and regulations of the Hempstead Police Department and all liability in connection with the holding of this event, in observance of the code of the Village of Hempstead as it applies to group gatherings of this type. The filling of all appropriate insurance as determined by the board herein, and indemnification and the execution of a hold harmless agreement on such terms and conditions as may be acceptable to the village attorney.
Move.
Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Excuse me. Whereas the village, whereas the Village of Hempstead is eligible for grant funding under Round 8 of Restore New York Communities Initiative Municipal Grant Program, and whereas the Village Board of Trustees will consider proposals that qualify for funding under the program and will select one or more projects to be included in an application that will be submitted to Empire State Development Corporation, ESDC, whereas the projects will be consistent with all existing local plans, the proposed financing is appropriate for the projects. The projects will facilitate effective and efficient use of existing and future public resources so as to promote both economic development and preservation of community resources, and the projects will develop and enhance infrastructure and or other facilities in a manner that will attract, create, and sustain employment opportunities in the Village of Hempstead. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Hempstead hereby supports and will sponsor an application for Restore New York funding and will administer the grant in accordance with the applicable rules and regulations established by ESDC. And be it further resolved that the mayor is authorized to sign the applications and any agreements required by ESDC for grant funding that results from the application.
Move. Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Frank Germanero, Director of Public Works, the mayor hereby appoint and approve the following to the position of laborer PT for the Incorporated Village of Hempstead. Name, Lasheen Laws, new hire. Department Title Grade, DPW Sanitation, Laborer PT. Base salary, $17 an hour upon approval.
Move. Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hopper.
Yes. All right. Once again, if you want to address the board, now's the time to turn in your forms as we're getting close to the end of our business portion.
Resolved that upon the recommendation of Joe Gill, Village Treasurer, all meeting bills audited by the Board of Trustees on check warrant dated March 19, 2024, be approved as previously reviewed.
Move. Second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffith?
Yes.
Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hopper.
Yes. Okay, at this time, we're gonna open up to our public participation portion. Again, when you come up to address the board, you have 3 minutes to ask your question or make your statement, and afterwards, we will answer your question in that order. We only ask that you please address your questions or concerns to the board. Roxanne Still. Good evening.
Hi, my name is Roxanne Steele. I live at 482 Front Street. I'm still having the same problems that I had before, which is leaks in my living room. Now I have another leak that the ceiling is actually coming down, and there was some guys that were at the apartment building doing some alterations or checking out the roof. Nothing has been done at all. It's the same thing all over the building. All over the building, there's cracks, there's waters in the stairway, and I decided to step up a little. I have all the pictures and everything that I've sent to Trustee Griffin and Trustee Boone, and I have sent it to Daniels. I sent it to you too on emails. I have done all of what I could do, and now I'm doing it publicly. So I called up all the channels of Channel 12, Channel 11, Channel 9, Channel 7, Channel 4, Channel 2. And they're going to be coming, and probably, hopefully they come to the next meeting and stuff. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I live there, I work hard, I pay my taxes, I do everything I'm supposed to do. But the guy is not doing anything other than stepping up to what he's supposed to do. He will be publicly shamed. He'll be publicly put out in the public, and there's going to be a lot of us and tenants in my building that will be there, and just people who are sick and tired. But he owns some of these buildings in Hempstead. I'm pretty sure they're going to be along with me. I have a big following, so I know they're going to be with me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and you have all right to invite the press, and I encourage you to do that. Yep.
Yeah, because if I do invite the press, which I did, that they would definitely expose him. Maybe he'll come out faster, I don't know. All
Absolutely.
the work that we've done here, and one of my tenants, my friend, is here, Ms. Smith. She's been doing this for a long time. Nothing has been done.
Okay.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. We
Okay.
all work and we live where we live at, and we shouldn't have to live this way.
And I agree, and of course, you know, we can only do what we do through court, but I invite you to continue to pursue what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Excuse me, Mayor, I have a question.
Sure.
Is there any way that we can consider looking at the fines that's being charged to these landlords? Is that something that could be considered? Because maybe if the fines are tougher, then these landlords would probably take it a little bit more seriously. Is that something that could be done?
Right, so it's already done. We have escalated fines. Actually, we just pulled a file with the landlord with similar issues, and the fine was escalated.
Okay.
All right. Catherine Gary.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have some questions on the building at 277-281 South Franklin. Today you had a resolution to demolish the building. And I have questions about what the purpose of this site is going to be here in the village. And just for some background, in 2021, the owner of Martin Luther King Project area agreed to put some type of program in there for the children at Martin Luther King housing. And then in 2022, the mayor announced that they were going to actually put a new house for fire engines over in that area. And in 2023, the beginning of 2023, the village actually signed a contract for $2.45 million to purchase that land. Again, without really saying exactly what you plan to do with it, because you had one proposal of something for the children, then the second proposal was for firehouses, and there was also a study undertaken at quite an expense to investigate the land and the water supply under the land. Trustee Daniel, the deputy mayor, was put in charge of that. There was never a report to the community as to what that report said, whether there were any hazards in the soil or in the water underground. And all of this has made me wonder, really, what is the purpose? Why, what do you intend to put there? Do you, it seems to me this environmental inspection is somewhat interesting in that it made me think that perhaps what you really want to put there is a water tower so that you can go ahead with the downtown redevelopment because you do need a water tower and the school district has refused to allow you to use it. And so perhaps that's not what you're interested in doing, but I would like a definitive answer as to do you plan to put firehouses there? Do you plan to put a children's center there? Or do you plan to put something else, like perhaps a water tower? Those are my questions.
Okay. So I have a question. You said that we said we was going to put a children's center there?
Originally, you made an agreement with Jaffe, who's the owner of the Martin Luther King Center, and he was going to construct a program for the children.
So that's not true. I never made an agreement with him, so I don't know where you got that
I
from.
have a document that shows you did.
Well, produce it. Please produce it.
I will.
All right, produce it, because that's definitely a lie.
And
There
he
is
was
no
gonna-
such
he
document.
was going to contribute $1 million to it.
That was private property. That has nothing to do with Martin Luther King Drive, so you're wrong. So, and please produce it to prove me wrong. The
Okay.
second thing is, we did say that we're looking to put a firehouse there, and that's why we purchased it, for a firehouse.
So that's what it is for. And when do you plan to construct this firehouse?
When we get the money. Thank you.
Because you paid 2.4.
All right, I said when we get the finance. Thank you.
when you-
Brantley Henry.
Well, that's a big question. If you're buying something for $2.4 million, I would think you would have a plan as to how much it was going to cost to put a firehouse there.
No, you didn't ask, you know, Miss, first of all, if you want to address the board, you had to fill out a form.
Good evening. That's one of the biggest problems here in Hempstead. There's no transparency, and when you ask a question, you can't answer it. It's unknowing. That's why I come here all the time, to make sure that what I see is truly what's going on. And it's hard to see this crap going on. It's really hard.
It's
You
equally
can't
hard.
cut me,
It's
manipulate
equally hard.
me.
Press
You
pause on
cannot
his time. Pause, people will pause your time.
The people of Hempstead.
I want him to keep his
I
3
can
minutes.
never-
Let him pause
I'm
his
not
time.
supposed to be interrupted when I'm up here speaking.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
That's a fact.
Finish?
Finish.
So grow up. And another thing is that I want to know King came through all these small towns and villages and wrote a letter to the churches. And look what's going on. A lot of manipulating. Skilled manipulation. I don't see why you guys stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to what? To what? This country has never done anything for a black man or of any color. It's a big problem. So allegiance to what? I don't understand that. If Dr. King was here right today, I couldn't say. It's a shame. As a Hobbs, are you my brother's keeper?
I have to wait for your time to answer.
It's a shame what's going on here. It's a shame. It's a shame. Look at Hempstead. You have on Greenwich Street, you have this big old storage, super hooper duper big. And it's not for the new people that you say is coming in. It's for us that's going out. Because the tax is going to be so high, you couldn't jump over it if it's on the ground. It's a shame. You got pilot taxes after pilot taxes after pilot. So the homeowners is going to have to get stuck with the taxes. The taxes are already high. The taxes are already high in Hempstead. It's going to jump through the roof 3 times. I guarantee it. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. That's what I can say right now. It's a shame. It really is a shame.
Okay, so your time is up. As far as answering questions, when Ms. Gary got up, she said that I signed an agreement to open up a youth center with the owner of Martin Luther King Drive, which is not true. And I said it's not true. We purchased the building to put a firehouse there. That's the answer. And my brother's keeper, when your car broke down in the parking lot the other night, I did stop by to see if you need help. So I think I am. All right, thank you.
You got 2 guys with guns. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to...
We offered to give you a ride. Give you a ride.
I also think that it's kind of.
No, please don't. Please. Forget about it.
It's my turn. I gave you your 3 minutes. Okay, see you in 2 weeks again.
Excuse me, I just have something to say. That the vote that we took today was not to make a decision on what's going to happen and take place there. I'm just going to ask the village attorney, because we just spoke about it, to give clarity so everybody understand the reason for the vote today. Keisha, if you could just explain the same thing you explained to me, please. Yeah, she's gonna give you the clarity.
On voting on demolition?
Yeah, that's, so they understand.
Resolution number 6
Right.
was for the proposal to prepare the bid documents, so, for the demolition. So Mark Designs is gonna prepare the bid specifications and put that together, and then the process of demolition is going to be a bidding process. So that's what it is. That's what it is.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it for the clarity for everyone.
All right, so there was confusion about the demolition? I'm not for sure.
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
But it's still the plan to put firehouse in.
That's our plan. My plan is to put a firehouse. You wanted to say something?
I have so much to say that I probably would just not say anything.
Is there a problem, Ms. Gary, with the firehouse? You see a
It's
profi-
not my problem, I'm reporting to the public, and I'm trying to clarify because there were different proposals made along the way, and I was concerned because there was this incredible environmental study of water underground.
That's not true.
That maybe, that perhaps
That-
you were going.
Ms. Gary, there was.
It's true, I heard this.
I thought you was leaving. We never did a huge environmental study about the water. What we did is we went out, we sent the guys out, they went and looked, and the problem was that its proximity to Martin Luther King Drive and the apartments units on Martin Luther King Drive, that it wasn't conducive to drilling wells. So we didn't go through this huge, large study. Yeah, we did not do that because it meant we could not do it. We could not drill, it was too close. You can't have residential that close and drill wells for public consumption water. It's a security issue, and that's why it didn't go that way.
Okay, so then you probably intended maybe to put a water.
There you go, here goes the curveball.
All right,
That's a curveball.
all right, so Ms. Cheryl Nickerson,
The truth hurts.
twice during the meeting, in the beginning of the meeting, I announced that if you want to address the board, there are forms in the back, fill out the form before we end the business portion. Just before we get ready to end the business portion, I make the announcement again. If you want to address the board, fill out the form, turn it in so you can address the board. You didn't do that, you turned it in after the business portion, after we already began our public participation, so we can't address this form. Can I get a motion to close?
Move.
I'll make a second.
Trustee Daniels?
Yes.
Trustee Burrows?
Yes.
Trustee Griffin? Trustee Boone?
Yes.
Mayor Hobbs?
Yes.
I love how they want to be heard 3 minutes, but they can't stand for the pledge. If it wasn't for the pledge, you wouldn't get those 3 minutes. It's very ironic. It's very ironic. Very ironic. This is another country, you wouldn't even be able to get to stand and address the public figures. You missed one.